Tony Tetro is the world's greatest living art forger.
The day that I was arrested was April 18th, 1989, a day that will live in infamy in my mind.
On April 18, 1989, agents of the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office mobilized a stakeout and wiretap of Tetro. After 8 months of undercover work, they were ready to close in on his operation. But this was not the raid of a drug dealer or racketeer. The objective was to take down the Boston art forger. They arrested Tony Tetro in a house filled with fake art. The fraud squad confiscated counterfeit Picassos, Muros, Dalis, and Chagalls. They charged Tetro with creating and selling these pieces as real works of art.
I never did that. What I did is I painted something on commission for somebody, and they did whatever they wanted to do with it.
In a career spanning over 30 years, Tetro forged works by historical and contemporary masters of every genre.
Most recently, I've been painting old masters, big old masters with 20 people in them, mostly Rubens, Bouguereau, Caravaggio, all of them, Titian. I can't even think of them all.
Tetro remains the single largest forger of artworks in America.
Tony Tetro is in the top 10 forgers list that this world's ever seen. His work really does pass the test because he had a long career before he was arrested, creating old masters, even modern works. And that's a very difficult job because he was not just recreating the image, he was aging it sufficiently so experts would be fooled. And it's fascinating to think next time you walk into a museum and look at an old master, you might not be looking at Rembrandt. You might be looking at a Tony Tetro. Tony Tetro is one of the world-famous forgers. I've spoken to him before, but I've never met him. Tony.
Curtis.
Good to meet you at last, sir.
My pleasure.
I'm Hutch. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, too. Come on in.
What's this?
That is my Mona Lisa.
Wow.
That was Mona Fernanda. That's a bartender in Costa Rica. She's my muse.
Did you go to school for art?
No.
No. Self-taught?
Well, I was in Italy in 1978, and an old man in the Uffizi taught me how to do flesh, like old masters.
Wow.
That is something very few people know how to do. All right, I met my muse, Fernanda, about 8 years ago in San Jose, Costa Rica. She was bartending, and she inspired me. All the paintings I did of her as Mona Lisa, I did 6 or 7. Now people ask me to do Mona Lisas from all over the world in the same pose. I've sold them all over the world. I have a 360 Ferrari Modena. It's black with tan interior. And I have a 458 Ferrari. It's black with tan interior. I like black.
But now he's taking his passion for artwork and turning it into the creation of modern-day watches.
I've always wanted to make watches most of my life. I'm going to make the thinnest mechanical watch in the world, and I'm going to make the thinnest automatic watch in the world. My watch company is called Antonio Tetro. I never signed any of my paintings. The paintings that I have in my home that I painted for myself aren't signed. I never signed anything. Finally, I'm going to sign something. My watches.
What will the world's greatest living art forger do next? The possibilities are limitless.